Hey Scorpio, how was November for you? For me, it was incredibly fast, especially compared to your season, which, no offense, it just seemed to last forever. So here we are, December, the last month of the year. See what your guidance is. What are you dealing with? What you going through? First two cards out, we have the Five of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. So if you can see here, the Five of Wands is a card that often represents conflict, having too many ideas, too many strong feelings, all at once. You see, all of these individuals are wanting to be heard. They're wanting their wands to be ahead, in front, whatever they're doing out there with these wands. I don't know. And the Three of Pentacles is the opposite of that. It's about coming together and working together. So in some sort of relationship that you're having, you might notice or be experiencing a bit of conflict. Perhaps not seeing eye to eye about things that are really important to you. And potentially something not doing it for you in the way that you thought it would, or you hoped that it would. There's something that needs to be worked through here, okay, in order for the relationship to be as stable as it could be, in order for it to be something to build off of. And the Three of Pentacles is all about creating something new, about building something that is more than just two, right? It's about creation. So some of you, this could be dealing with work or a personal relationship. You might find that December tension is a little bit higher, or there's things that need to be ironed out, which is nothing to be afraid of, right? A little conflict is all right, especially with the holidays coming up. With family, it's really easy to find yourself in conflict. Lots of different personalities are around each other to celebrate Christmas or whatever holiday you're into. So just be mindful of that this season. What else we got? Ooh. All right. Two of Swords, a card of indecision. So, and of perspective. Swords are always in your mind, and perhaps there's something weighing heavy on you in terms of which path to take, which person to take seriously, which direction to go in terms of career, who you would like to build with. These sorts of things might be on your mind a whole lot more, especially since Mercury is in retrograde until the 16th, I believe. So communication and your mental processes might be tried and tested. Use this time during Mercury retrograde to really go internally and to evaluate what it is that you would want. I know, Scorpio, it takes you a while to decide on what you're going to pursue. Because often once you've decided, you stick with it. You're extremely loyal. You build your whole life around it. And so it's important to make the right decision. I get it. For sure, for sure. The next card we have is the Page of Wands. So whatever decision it is that you're making here, once you make the decision, everything opens up for you to fully enjoy that decision. That makes sense. So once you decide, I'm going left or I'm going right, you will receive an influx of energy and passion toward that thing. Life kind of opens up for you in a way that perhaps it hasn't in a while, where you are excited about things, where you are eager to try on this new life of yours, this new direction. So there's definitely peace and progress and reward once you really take the time to figure out what it is that you would like to foster, which energies you would like to foster here. If you are thinking about pursuing a fire sign, there here is the Page of Wands. Potentially an earth sign as well. Fire and earth so far. So this season, it's about ironing out the options, the decisions that you have, the potential for career and relationship, and choosing. What sometimes the hardest thing is deciding between options or deciding between paths, because by choosing one, you seemingly eliminate all other possibilities. And with trust issues and things like that, like, it can be difficult to fully commit to a decision. But that's what you're being asked to look at, perhaps once and for all this month. Okay, this has been a long time coming, it seems like. All right, let's get an outcome card. So once you make this decision, your advice is to look at it as if it's brand new, to let the past be the past. If this is an old relationship that this represents here, starting over fresh, like leaving your mistakes and the other person's mistakes behind and only looking at the present and the future. If this is a career opportunity, then much the same way, like not looking back, not bringing old issues into a new situation. Allow it to be just brand new. Yeah, don't cloud it with memories from the past or difficult experiences from the past. Just let it be what it's going to be. Okay, the Nine of Swords is next as the outcome card. So I want to pull some clarification on that for sure. But this month, you're going to be in your head a lot about which way, most likely it's about which way you're going to go. Now with the Nine of Swords, there's a caution here. You can get so stuck in your head with the what ifs and the regret and the teeter-tottering back and forth, that it can become like a loop in your mind that you can't escape. And you don't want that. Like, there's a lot of good things coming to you, and the options that you have are wonderful. So to sit and like torture yourself in your mind, especially with the holidays coming up, to torture yourself in your mind about which way to go does not sound like fun to me personally. You can get into this analysis paralysis type of space, when ultimately this is not something that you can solve with your brain power. If this is, regardless about what this is talking about, be it a person or career, etc., the decisions, especially the important decisions that you have to make in your life, should not necessarily be strictly mental. Using logic to solve a problem of love or passion just doesn't necessarily fit, especially during Mercury retrograde, when our thoughts and our communication is just thrown off a little bit. So instead of focusing so much on your thoughts and what makes sense and what other people will think and those sorts of logic-based decisions, instead lean a little bit into this character. What causes you to look at the world with curiosity, with fire, with passion? What gets you excited? What makes you happy? What is magnetic to you? What calls to you? Who calls to you? Because oftentimes what makes sense is a fine option, but if you want to live by your passion and by what you're most driven by, definitely don't go with logic. And it sounds silly saying that, but in matters of love and even when it comes to your higher calling, your life's purpose, a lot of that is led by your intuition, by your feelings, by your emotions, by that thing that you can't stop thinking about at night. That thing that is constantly in the back of your mind. Whatever that thing is, the last thing you think of before you go to sleep, the first thing you think of when you wake up in the morning, there's a reason for that. Okay, so don't use this energy as like, I'm going to figure it out in my mind. Instead, pay attention to those thoughts and the root of those thoughts. Okay, why is it that you can't stop thinking about this person? Why is it that you can't stop thinking about this job opportunity? What's the root? And the root of that is typically going to be a feeling. And that feeling has a message in it. So really take the time to fall into your feelings and to figure out what is it, of course not mentally, but to figure out what you feel the most strongly about, what is calling you, and go in that direction. And I feel like I've said that in your last couple of videos, to feel your way through this. I'm going to get one more card about this Nine of Swords for clarification. What's going on here? Nine of Swords. Who or what is this Nine of Swords about? All right. Okay, a partnership of some sort. Okay. It doesn't have to be love related, although it does certainly indicate that potential strongly. But the Two of Cups is about giving and exchanging something that is important to you with someone else. This makes sense, again, with career, what you may be expecting to choose between, which careers you might find the most happiness and fulfillment with. Because this could also be a strong friendship or partnership. This could also be a love relationship. And so it looks like this is what December is helping you to figure out. Which direction you would like to go with this person or opportunity. All right, so use this month, use this emotion and this curiosity to help you figure out where it is that you should go. And look at those, like examine the feelings that you've had for a while, because I know you've had them for a while. This is not new. It doesn't feel new anyway. But this is your month to determine the trajectory of your life once and for all. There's a lot of endings with the Venus retrograde having ended and the Mercury retrograde ending on the 16th. So I would expect that for you towards the end of December especially, there's going to be a lot of clarity, and it will be up to you to act upon that clarity to receive the sort of life that you want, that you've been working toward, that has seemed elusive to you for a while. So lots of luck when it comes to love and money. The first thing that needs to happen, though, Scorpio, is for you to become very clear on which direction you would like to head in. Take that blindfold off. Stop pretending like you don't know what is calling to you or who is calling to you. Make the decision that is going to make you the most excited to wake up each morning. to fall asleep at night. Make that decision. Go in that direction, and I think you will find a lot of love, satisfaction, and success. So, let me know how it goes. If this resonated with you, awesome. If it didn't, be sure to check out your moon and rising signs. You can also check out the link in the description below to get something a little more personal for you. I'm currently doing year ahead readings if you would like to get a glimpse into next year. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that YouTube stuff. All right, guys. Have a great December. I'll see you next year. Bye.